No way, yeah. No way.
Welcome back to Get to the Point with True Eunice. Today I'm going to talk to the ladies and the men. This is a show for both, but I have a message for the ladies. We have got to stop calling ourselves a certain word. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to actually say the word on the show because I don't see the point. I think that everybody has seen different television shows, heard different songs, and they pretty much know what the word is. I want to get to the bottom of why is this happening? Why is this so trendy? Why is it acceptable? And where did it come from? Where is this new fad to be so bad? We're grown women. Ladies, we have to set an example for these girls that are coming up behind us. We don't want to get into this label of being out of control, mouthing off, disrespecting ourselves, and always somewhere wanting to fight or letting someone know how bad we are. And if we get into a fight with them, then we are going to quote unquote beat them up. It doesn't make any sense. We have to stop this, and it needs to stop like today. And the reason I came up with this segment is because I am so tired, and as a lot of women are, of this thing of hearing other women, I'm a bad this and I'm a bad that, and you got the right this, and you know, if you come to me incorrect, then I'm gonna show you how much of a whatever I am. Let's be very serious about this. In no way, by any stretch of the imagination, is that fashionable. Is it cute? Does it show self-love? Nor does it give our young ladies that are coming up, that are seeing these images, does it give them a good example? It will just lead them down a path of fighting and hanging with the wrong crowd and thinking the wrong things about themselves. So can we come together? Can we come together and make an agreement, make a vow that we're going to stop this? It has to stop across the board. We have to collectively decide that we are going to be women. We are going to lift each other up. We're going to respect ourselves. We're going to love ourselves and be the best example that we can possibly be to these young ladies. It baffles the mind as to how you have people that are free, able to go where they please, do as they please, and dream and make things happen for themselves, would make a choice to label themselves an animal of some sort. An animal. Not a human being, an animal. Baffling. How many women are on lockdown today because they wanted to be bad, or they said that they were bad, who would now love for somebody to say, "Hi, young lady, how are you doing? You grew up to be a wonderful young woman, very self-respecting. How are you making it in the world today?" So it's not trendy, and any of them would tell you or tell me or tell us that it's not what you are making it out to be. It's drama. But for them, it's not drama. They have to fight for their lives. They do have to be bad because they have to stay alive in there. But so badly yearning and aching to come out and would give a positive message to these young ladies not to end up where they are, not to think of themselves as some sort of animal, but to stay in school, get an education, don't hang around the wrong people. Why, if we are out here where we have the freedoms to do that, why aren't we doing it? I just want to know. And I would love comments as to suggestions as to how we can come together and begin to inspire these young ladies and inspire one another. Because certainly I don't want it to seem like I am just jumping all over women that do this. It is just the idea of the action of fixing your mouths and lips to say something like that, other than I am a woman, a positive woman. I am somebody in this world who can become anything that I want to become. I'm self-respecting and I am a woman. But that's not happening. And sure, there could be other sides to this coin, because we can look at the fact that a lot of these women who are labeling themselves this way may truly have something in their history that may have happened when they were a child that wounded them deeply, and no one really knows about it but them and whomever may have hurt them. So they didn't have an opportunity to face it and to get over it, to talk about it. And so it leaves them feeling empty, feeling angry, and feeling like they have something to prove. And so that's the way that we can look at that. But for women like that, I want to say to you, take a moment and self-assess. Think about what brought you to a place where you want to be known as the baddest thing on the street. You want to be known as a grown woman who will take her shoes off and fight you anywhere, anytime, any place, as opposed to someone who's positive. What brought you to that place? And if there is something that has happened in your life, seek help. Turn it around. Turn it around today. Make a difference in your vision for yourself. Make a difference in how you view yourself. You're special. You have greatness within you. But as long as you are perpetrating this fraud of being a bad, then who is really going to give you the respect that you do deserve? Who is going to tell you something positive and good about you? You have to begin to exude that. And it may be hard in the beginning, but you have to try. You have to begin to look at yourself and say, no longer will I say this about me. No longer will I act a certain way, because that is not how I want to portray myself. It is not how I want young ladies to portray themselves. And certainly I don't want to be looked upon as someone that is filled with trouble and is always walking around with a chip on her shoulder. That chip on your shoulder, believe it or not, causes this ripple effect. Have you ever wondered why, let's say there's a concert and somebody over here starts fighting, and then before you know it, the entire crowd is in this big brawl. That's what's considered infectious behavior. And if we as women continue with this infectious behavior, it ripples out to those that are younger, and then younger than those that are younger, and it just keeps going and going and going. And a thought right here, if we can think about it for a moment, in any way, can it be contributing to all of this bullying that's going on with these girls today? Because they want to be the baddest, so they're jumping other girls and fighting other girls and beating them down to the ground and smushing their face in the dirt, because they want to be considered the baddest, quote unquote, in the school, on their block, in the neighborhood. Just a thought. Because we have to stop this. And we have to give them something to go by. We don't know how their home life is. Have no clue. But as sisters in our community, and when I say sisters, I'm just saying women, ladies, we have to set an example. We have to give them a good word. When we see them walking down the street sometime, stop them. How are you doing? How are things going? How is school? If for any reason they dropped out and they're not in school, encourage them to get in school. But we have to begin to feed them positive words, to give them something to grow from. And if we are their example and all we can say are bad words, I'll call them bad words, and that's all they hear from us, what do we expect from them? Not very much. So all I'm asking is for us to come together. Men, young men, if you're watching, men, doesn't matter what age, you have a comment, provide one. If you have a suggestion, provide one. We need to encourage these young ladies. They're going to grow up one day and be women. And we need to plant this seed now so that we can have a wonderful harvest later. No more women fighting in the street, going to jail, and thinking that it's good to be bad. I don't see how deep down within yourself that's something that you're really, really proud of at the end of the day. When you're alone and looking at yourself in the mirror and playing back the things that you have done to get bad, I don't see how that can bring a smile to anybody's face. So let's make a change. Let's make a change today. Let's figure this thing out. Let's work together. Let's be mentors and great examples so that we can leave footprints that these young ladies can walk in. I wrote a poem, and the title is I Became. A quiet wish upon a twinkling star in the night sky. Night dreams of daydreams parading by. The softness of a whisper, I wish one by one. I want to reach out, touching the heart of someone. Provide shade for a woman with child, waiting in the noonday sun. I want to be a voice in a mind with no sense of hope. Outreach, compassion, courage to cope. Self-expression through art, an oil painting of my heart. The light began to shine through the window to my face. I heard this gentle voice. In this world, you have a place. I can stand and say, I am that person I wished to be. I am the greatness that I call me. I am the one who goes by my name. I am the dream. I am the woman I became. I'll see you next time, and be true.